Netflix Cowboy Bebop sucked ass, dude. Nobody wants it back. It got canceled. It's over. No one wants it back, dude. It's like you got this. It's like you hooked up with this girl that you thought was gonna be something, was something else. You got a rash. The rash is gone. You move on. You don't act like, man, I wish I was itchy again. I'm not totally talking about experience. I've heard. But according to Andre Nemec, the showrunner for Cowboy Bebop, I want it back. What a freaking year it's been, dude. I've discovered so much about myself. I discovered that I like horrible TV shows like Cowboy Bebop, thanks to this Nemec dude. Diarrhea Rogan made me discover that I'm a freaking white supremacist. Level 5 Grandmaster Wizard. Apparently, dude. You got hit up them meetings, dude. It gets lit. Cool Cats looking for a hip dose of nostalgia. Cool Cats. Who wrote this, dude? Jeff Spry. If I ever meet you, Jeff Spry, you're gonna get bitch slapped for writing that. Cool Cats looking for a hip dose of nostalgia might consider tuning into Netflix's new live-action rendition of Cowboy Bebop that recently landed on the streaming Titans roster. Do not do what this man is saying. Tell me you're a shill without telling me you're a shill. The legendary Japanese anime series first aired back in 1998 and 1998? Oh my goodness, man, it's been a while. And followed the exploits of a trio of charismatic bounty hunters traversing the galaxy in the year 2071 aboard their Bebop spaceship. And in 2021, none of that happened. This wasn't. This perfectly, he's describing Cowboy Bebop. That's not what the Netflix show was about. Let's keep reading what homeboy Jeff, what's his name? Jeff. Let's see what Jeffy keeps saying. Over the decades, Cowboy Bebop and its swinging retro soundtrack by composer Yoko Kanno has become an influential touchstone for artists, writers, directors, comic book creators, and video games designers lured into the cool pop culture sensation that came to America via Cartoon Network's Adult Swim program. So every one of these people except the showrunner for Cowboy Bebop was influenced by Cowboy Bebop. Delivered by executive producer and showrunner Andre Nemec, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Didn't see it. Netflix 10-episode Cowboy Bebop remix arrived on November 19th, starring Star Trek's John Cho, who was Spike. That dude was in Harold and Kumar, right? I'm just saying. Daniela Pineda, Fake Valentine. Mustafa Shakir, the only guy that actually looked like he gave a shit about the show. Elena Satine, Julia, and Alex Hassel Vicious. Sure. It's a wild ride that perfectly nails the jazzy vibe and spirit of the source material. This dude was probably the only motherfucker who liked this show, to be honest. Either that or, I don't know, the freaking showrunner wrote all this shit. He didn't see it. I don't know. Or he's just freaking retarded. Because you know what, bro? Some people are just retarded, and that's okay. We all a little bit retarded. I'm a lot of bit retarded. Not as retarded to like Netflix's Cowboy Bebop, but I'm retarded in other things. Like freaking reading. Sadly, Netflix decided not to bring back Cowboy Bebop. Sadly for who, dude? It was a joyous occasion, and the internet celebrated, and everything was good with the universe for a little bit. Even Kevin Hart is like, hell yeah, that show sucked ass. Look at him right there. Peddling debt. Kevin Hart, you know, he don't give a shit. He could come by and buy your ass. You know, he got money. Despite mixed reviews, no, not mixed reviews, fucking negative. Even you should, like I'm saying, Jeffy's the only freaking idiot that liked this show. Live action space western adaptation did garner over 74 million viewing hours worldwide since it premiered on November 9. I don't know, man. I mean, there's YouTubers that make that many views. I mean, dude, we're in an age where, I don't know. And most of them were probably like curious people or hate watching people. I don't know, dude. I tried the first like episode and a half and dipped. So at least point I did an hour and a half in, and half of it I didn't even pay attention, dude. It was that boring. Space.com spoke with Nemec on the pitfalls of adapting a beloved anime series, staying faithful to Cowboy Bebop fans, lie, and careful alchemy of cast chemistry, lie again. They motherfuckers didn't even look like they were in the same room half the time. So Space.com is like, why was this the right time for a live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop? Honestly, if they hadn't been freaking complete morons about it, it could have worked. It could have worked. We got the technology to do those kind of things nowadays. I think it was the right time just based on the fact that the anime endured the test of time. It'd been tried and hadn't worked and been through iterations, and I think the right iteration was to do it as a TV series versus a movie. I agree with the idiot director, showrunner, with this one. When I got a phone call about Cowboy Bebop, I was initially a little leery of the material. It is the hollow ground of anime and at the upper reaches what people love and care about. Andre Nemec, but I had to come through the show through music, so it was a soundtrack and the poetry that was the anime. The deeper I dug into the skin of the movie, into the skin of it, more I started falling in love with the stories that I knew we could tell. Okay, the stories you wanted to tell or the stories that you were freaking watching. It's not hard. The freaking thing is there. What's so hard to adapt? Why is it so hard for these idiots to adapt stuff? Space.com. How difficult was it staying faithful to the original material yet giving the TV series its own identity without alienating fans? For me, everyone has their memory of Cowboy Bebop. No. You don't need... No. What kind of a dumbass answer is that? It doesn't matter if you have your own memory of Cowboy Bebop. It's there. The material is there. It's not open for interpretation. It's there. It's copy my homework type of thing. We weren't gone pissed. That's what we wanted. We wanted you to copy the homework, dude. Everyone is going to bring their history and experience with the anime to our retelling. I can't ask for anything other than to preserve an open mind. That means, hey, our shit's gonna suck, deal with it. And look at our telling as an expansion of the series and maybe a remix living in the ideas of character of the world. Which means we're not going to stick to the source material. We're gonna do our own shit and, dress it up as what you watched and fucking deal with it. Come in with an open mind. People have certain expectations in their own mind as to what it can or would be. My expectation was just for it to not suck balls. And you failed me, Nemec. That freaking show sucked balls. I tilled the land in fertile soil of the anime, and this is the fruit that I yielded. Dude, you die as a farmer. That wasn't fruit. That was in soil. That was just nothing but manure, dude. And I like it. I stand by it, and I think we served up a nice dish. You didn't. And I like that you shouldn't have. And that's the problem with these people, dude. They do some fucked up shit, and they don't own up to it. They're not like, hey, yeah, we fucked up. We probably shouldn't have strayed from the material. Yeah, they just freaking been like, look, dude, we didn't fuck up. We didn't do right by you. Give us another chance, and we might do better. I'd still tell them to go fuck themselves, but I'd appreciate the freaking sentiment. Don't freaking try to... Obviously, we're still in the wrong. And the problem is these people keep getting work. If I was Netflix, I'd be like, you get the fuck out of here. You're fired. And if I was a freaking owner of like a company in Hollywood or something, and if I see Cowboy Bebop on your resume, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if you did freaking I don't know. I don't give a shit if you did catering on that motherfucker. You're blackballed, son. You're fucking blackballed. In my book, you work on some trash like Cowboy Bebop, you're fucking blackballed. How do you cultivate the cast chemistry that's so evident on screen? Space.com. How about you take his balls out of your mouth before you freaking ask questions? It's like these people, dude. These people, bro. That's why everything sucks, man. It's an echo chamber. They go off with freaking motherfuckers who are like just like them and sugarcoat the questions on them and coddle them. And it was a good show, Nemec. It was a good show, and Nemec's like, and it just keeps regurgitating like a baby, and it just keeps regurgitating the milk, and then people like Space.com be like, that's good milk. You regurgitate, let me see that diaper. All right, there's shit there. There's shit to put the baby down, and they eat that shit right up. And when they offer you some freaking baby shit, you say that's disgusting, and all of a sudden you're the problem. I love how the dude that played Jet Black is like, dude, maybe we fucked up. Meaning that he knew they were gonna fuck up, but he wanted to be on a show and get paid. And I don't know, some people might respect that. I really wouldn't. I just invented a new word. Y'all aren't the only ones that can invent words. Won't. I'm not even gonna read whatever dumb shit he wrote. He replied just that Daniela was the same way. She just has the fire that is Faye Valentine. I don't know what Faye Valentine he watched. Daniela wasn't Faye Valentine. Daniela could have been Faye Valentine if it was a competent showrunner that told her to shut the fuck up and put the shorts on. Because I don't know. I guess people nowadays are scared of getting Me Too'd or getting sued or some shit. Which is why you don't hang out at Epstein's Island. Because if I'm a director and I get someone with Daniela Pineda's attitude, I tell her to go take a hike. And if she's like, well, I'm going to tell people what you did, I'm like, tell them. I don't give a fuck. It's on record. Bringing back Yoko Kanno for the series score was a cool nostalgic touch. How vital was it getting her to contribute no arrangements for this project? It was hugely important to me. Again, well, they got the original music, and it's what I'm telling you, dude. This whole Cowboy Bebop had potential. They had, credit where credit is due. The look was cool. The music was cool. Some of the cast was ass. The story was ass. Mr. Nemec was ass. And Space.com is ass. Yeah, can you elaborate on the impressive visual effects in the series and how the process evolved? Like I said, it looked good. It looked like you meet a freaking hot girl at the club. You hook up with her, and then slowly you find out she's a bitch and you can't get rid of her. And then she takes off all that makeup and you're like, who's this guy? With an attitude. That's what this show was, man. No soul. It was hollow. No freaking soul, man. So then he goes on and talks about like 3D models and all this cool stuff. And then here comes the fun part. What are the plans for Cowboy Bebop's future, and will there be a second season? No. There won't be a second season. There better fucking not be a second season. There better not be a freaking One Piece. I don't care. I saw the cast. Nice kids. I also saw the showrunner. Toilet paper. Use toilet paper. Use toilet paper on the street. Use toilet paper on the street that a homeless man used. Use toilet paper on the street that two homeless men freaking used at the same time. Maybe not for feces. Maybe for feces. Who knows? That's what the showrunner for freaking One Piece is. There's other adaptations going up on there. Netflix, just dedicate yourself to buying other people's properties that aren't fucked up already. That's all. That's the problem with these freaking streaming services. They started trying to fly. They started, trying to do their own thing. Hey, let's do our own shows. Hired a bunch of freaking retarded monkeys. And, they wrote garbage. And here we are, talking about Cowboy Bebop. Not the show. This thing. So Netflix is like, nothing would be better than to keep telling more stories of the Bebop crew. Translation, I need the paycheck. Write your local Netflix representative and tell them you want to see more. No, you know what? There are definitely ideas spanning for season 2. How about no? I saw what you did with Ed, bro. No. What's this shit? No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a letter. And I'm going to write to keep Cowboy Bebop, Netflix Cowboy Bebop, dead. And you know what? I said it once and I'll say it again. This Cowboy Bebop adaptation is not all bad, bro. You know, regardless the trash that it was, I remember a while ago there was a silly little movie called Dragon Ball Evolution, and it was just as bad as Cowboy Bebop. I mean, shit, I might think Cowboy Bebop was probably not as bad as Evolution, but they got this property, Dragon Ball, and they bastardized it, and they did exactly what Namek did. We're taking it and we're doing our own spin, and we got our own stories to talk about these with these awesome characters. And guess what happened? The creator of Dragon Ball said, fuck you guys, I'm continuing the story. And he continued it with Dragon Ball Super. Whether you like that shit or not, I don't know. I don't care. It's stupid, but not as stupid as Evolution. And you know what? That could probably happen. The creator of Cowboy Bebop could be like, hey, I'm going to make new stuff. Just you wait. We'll leave the Netflix behind us. It'll just become a meme. Which, you know, the Netflix adaptation meme lives on, brother. It lives on.